Mickey and Matt, yeah, they're cranking it up, jumping down theories like a hyperactive pup. Rambo Joe lit the fuse, Dave said take control. Now we're broadcasting live above the rabbit hole. Ancient aliens, lizard kings, government plots and shadowy things, laughing while they're chasing the truth in the dark. Are we crazy? Sure, but that's the spark. So smash that like button, buckle in tight. We're going down deeper than a cue drop tonight. 10 for shining, the jokes are rolling. Hold on, folks, the truth is scrolling. Yeah, smash that like button. Welcome to the show. We're live above the rabbit hole. Mickey's on the mic, dropping jokes like bombs. Matt's taking notes while he's reading the Psalms. Bigfoot, chemtrails, a man in black. Whatever you believe, it'll make you laugh back. Was it real? Was it stage? Was the moon landing fake? Ask the boys, they know the code, or at least they'll improvise an episode. Smash that like button, let the madness roll. Welcome to the wild side, above the rabbit hole.
Hi, everybody. Sorry. I apologize. We were so excited because yesterday was a milestone for Above the Rabbit Hole. Episode 28.
I wish I would have loaded the picture up for this, man.
I have it.
You do have it?
I might be able to hold. Where's my phone?
Yeah. I'll see if I can send it over.
Let me see if I can find my phone because I think it's in there.
Yeah, it's
but
all right.
Here it is. What I'm saying to everybody, if you don't know, yesterday was a milestone. Within 30 shows, something that I never thought I would be able to say for a long, long time, I am able to say now. And I just have to find, here it is, find something that you guys will understand. I'm going to show it right now. And if you would, everyone, please notice the number 10. You may not be able to read it.
I said it out loud, man. I said, I want top 10. I want to see if we can get on the top 10, the next goal. And
we made the top 10.
8 o'clock last night. Yeah. And that's thanks to you. So we appreciate you very much. All the comments and likes and views have definitely made all the difference in the world. So thank you.
We made the top 10. Are we still muted or can you guys hear us now? I just need somebody to say they can hear us. Drea, you could text me even. Are we good? Oh,
yeah,
we're good. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Dre. Yeah, Matt, go ahead and bring that in because I want people to see it. It's really one of, I'm not kidding, 57, whatever I am. It might be something I'm more proud of than anything I've ever done. And Matt, you're with me. Look at that.
Yeah.
Number 10 on the Rumble leaderboard. Before our 30th show.
We're proud of that because this isn't even show 30 for us. You know, that's the show 28. And this new show's been going for how long now? What have we been going for a month? A little over a month?
Well, I mean, it started January. When we start? No, well, the first episode was January 7th.
Yeah,
right?
so around a little over a month.
1-7.
That's right. It started 1-7.
Yeah. Claw Paul Chance 01. Congratulations, community, with a $5 ramp.
Thank you, sir.
Community, yes. Let's see. Yesterday was great. Another Claw Paul Chance 01. Thank you with another $5 rent. These people are amazing. PJW gifted 5 subscriptions for Above the Rabbit Hole. I'm going to tell everybody something. When Matt and I started this, I had a feeling that we another just enfranchised YouTuber, Matt, $50.
Wow. Thank you, sir. Or ma'am.
Yes, it's a ma'am. And
it is a ma'am.
One of the most wonderful ladies.
Apologies.
Yes, and I want to try to get through this, but they keep being so gracious. When Matt and I started this, we thought we could get an audience, and we thought we were going to do a show that people would like. The way you have embraced it so quickly, and so rabidly, so to speak, is beyond words. We don't know what to say anymore. So we're just going to start ignoring it. No, I'm kidding. It is, man, to be a guy that likes to make fun of people and bust balls, it's hard when you're just like, when they're showing you this much love, it's hard to keep that edge. But luckily, Matt, the whole other side of the world provides stuff daily to keep us on sharp and alert. So, man, how lucky are we, dude? This is ridiculous, right?
It's great, man. I feel like we reached a milestone last night, which is a beautiful thing.
We cracked the top 10 of the Rumble leaderboard worldwide. Double L 555, $20. Congrats on being in the top 10.
And we got to send some thanks, of course, out to Matrix Codebreaker for doing the show with us yesterday. What a great show.
Man, it was amazing for me because I got to watch you for the first time. And I'm not being funny. Like,
no, I hear you.
I got to watch someone else like I went through it.
Yeah.
And it's wild because I understand now what it's like to feel that vulnerable, and to watch someone else have to accept things that you weren't prepared for it's a pretty interesting thing, man. To watch somebody go through that.
I mean,
just to coach 24, $5, kicking it, guys. Keep going. Go ahead, Matt.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No, I mean, to tell you where I'm at, I feel like in the last couple of weeks, we witnessed a lot of truth come to light here. Things that Anons have been talking about for years. And I think it forces you to take just a hard look at things that you thought might have been impossible or crazy just not too long ago, for me anyway.
Yeah.
Now I feel like my guard is down a bit, and I'm open into looking into things that might have seemed far-fetched before. I mean, if I'm being honest, the whole world looks upside down to me right now. I mean, like, white is black, black is white. I feel like
man is woman, woman is man.
Yeah, well, not quite there.
Jews are Christian, Christians are Muslims, Muslims hate Jews. It's like, come on, man.
I mean, this is the thing, though. I feel like right now I could believe anything at this point, but do I want to believe just anything? I want to find the truth, but I also want to be sure that my critical factor is still intact. Does that make sense?
Of course it does, Matt, because it's the only safety net a human has is its own mind. It's the last safety net for us.
Yeah.
Matt, I got to explain it like this. And we were talking before the show. I'm just at a point where I've seen enough to go, all right, everybody I listen to is just full of shit. I don't know how else to say it.
It feels like that, doesn't it?
Yep. And
it's obviously not everybody.
No, of course not. But I mean, there's a lot of great.
But
in the world.
Institutions and people and that we've been taught to trust and think that they had our best interests at heart.
I mean, I'm going to give you one example of something, Matt, and this is my own. I'm not even calling it a decode because it's not Q or on the boards. It's just I don't know what you call it in this world where you observe something, download. I'm going to download in real time here. What I've watched the last month. Let me run through it and let people understand where you get to this place quickly. Ilhan Omar, who's probably the most controversial senator in the entire U.S. government. She's Somalian. She is Muslim. She is anti-capitalism. She is borderline. Not even borderline. She's an outright antagonist to the U.S. way of life. She was attacked at a town hall or a meeting by the biggest dork I've ever seen in my life who sprayed vinegar on her.
Squirted with vinegar.
Squirted with vinegar. Her first reaction was not to jump back and reel in fear and wonder what she was squirted with. Instead,
she's ready to throw hands.
She raised her 12-pound hands, right? And her little alien gray-shaped head.
Which, by the way, is against protocol for what a senator is supposed to do
Correct.
in that situation.
And everybody in the front row just sat still with their legs crossed. I watched it in real time, and I've said this on 2 other shows. I literally said out loud, this is fake. This is fake. You could just see that it's fake, right? So that's one. Then you watch this lady get shot by a police officer for driving her car into him, and people act like that she should have been able to drive her car into him. Okay, whatever. I didn't want that woman dead. I don't drive my car into cops. I'm probably not going to get shot in the face. But it's sad, but she's dead. Then this guy shows up with a gun strapped to him, telling police to F off. He had done it weeks in a row. He scuffles with them. They think he reaches for the gun he has on him. He gets shot. Dead. Horrible. And the whole time, all these people are doing is stopping our government from getting rid of illegal aliens. Now you cut to the Epstein files come out. It's the biggest drop in human history of intelligence and wrongdoing. And instead of the entire media swarming in and fixing it and telling us what's going on, some douchebag mother gets kidnapped, right? Some Hollywood appointed stupid reporter who thought she got President Trump in a gotcha moment questioning Q. Her mother disappears along with reporting on the Epstein files.
Yeah, so there's a lot of people that think, obviously, that's the distraction.
So let me be real clear. Miss Guthrie, the older lady who is kidnapped, and I mean this, I'm asking Jesus, Muhammad, the Hindu guy, the Buddha, Abraham, all of them. I'm asking them all to come together for you, to find you, to make you safe.
I just thought it was funny you said the Hindu guy.
Yeah, I don't know what he's called. Anyway.
It's multi-gods.
Yeah, well, the Hindu gods, all of them, everybody, the Eastern Island heads, like whatever's on, Bigfoot's got all of them. Let's get this lady safe home.
For sure. That. Absolutely.
So that we can then get on with the business of arresting people who are trafficking children. No offense, ma'am. I don't mean this harshly or ignorantly. I don't give a rat's ass about you compared to all these other things going on. It's sad. It's not a country-stopping moment that a reporter's mom is kidnapped.
Well, let me ask you, man, do you think this is because maybe there are active investigations happening right now and they're not going to talk about that?
Are you talking about the Epstein files or the Guthrie kidnapping?
The Epstein files.
Here's my theory on the Epstein files. It's brilliant, actually. And I do think the white hats are leading the distraction because I think what they did was a dump, which is this. Have you ever wanted to get somebody to know something, but you can't tell them all at once, so you start just dropping hints? Well, I think the hint was, hey, they're eating babies.
They're eating babies.
And we all went, what? And then the next thing you know, they went, okay, now they know. They're going to talk amongst themselves. We'll let it spread virally so that when we sick the media on this, everyone else already knows what they're talking about. That's what I really think happened here. It's nothing more than a delay tactic so that the public can take in this information first, get grounded in the fact that it's actually happening, then the Hannitys, the Jesse Waters, the chick on CNN, what's her name, Caitlin Clark. They're all good. Don Lemon. Well, Don Lemon probably won't. But the rest of them will start saying, 2-3 weeks ago, a month ago, it was when the Epstein file dropped. It took us this long, which it didn't. They know everything right now.
Well, they had the files for 5-6 years, right? Whatever it's been.
We are. I used to listen to people in this community say things like, dude, once you understand it, you just see it all. You're clear. When people talk about waking up, I gotta be honest, man. I went back and looked at some of that Scientology stuff, and let me tell you why. Because they use the word clear all the time. Once you're clear, your mind's clear. And I thought, it turns out they are batshit crazy. However, there is a moment in there where you start to think, a lot of this is induced by ourselves. We buy into all this bullshit, clouding our minds with not only reality, but filling it with we don't knows.
Yeah, well, we're all victims of propaganda. I mean,
so let's just switch to propaganda game. That's what I think this show's doing. Like sometimes, like when we talked to Patrick about Flat Earth, there was a couple times where I was like, damn, this dude, it really makes a lot of sense. And then there were times where I was like, Patrick, even you don't have an answer for that. But he's respectful. And he would say, I don't know. And you have to find out for yourself.
Yeah.
That I can take. But now, have you noticed there's a new thing called blue pilling? You know what blue pilling is?
What's blue pilling?
That's where they're doing the same thing that Q and we do with truth.
I'm going to have to get a pill case.
Yeah, you are. But here's what blue
this.
pilling is. This is hilarious to me. So what Q and the Anon, is it Anon or Anon?
I think it's Anon.
Yeah. What the Anons did, in my eyes, was they used a method to find out truth. Now, what the left is doing, Sarah Silverman tweeted a thing yesterday. I loved Sarah Silverman. She's a brilliant comedian.
Yeah. I was a big fan of her comedy.
Huge
but she got way too political
Dude,
for me.
now she believes that like the right is the conspiracy theory stuff. Like they're literally just playing the same game. Here's what I've learned about the left, though. They're funny. They're good dancers. They're wonderful singers, actors, performers, comedians. You know what they're not? Realistic. And when you watch their shit, you literally laugh out loud. Remember how they used to laugh at like, oh, they're eating babies. People go, the skinhead thinks they're eating babies. They're doing things like this. Did you know that in 2008, by the way, Donald Trump had dinner with Jeffrey Epstein? And then you look at him and go like this. Yeah, we all know. And then when Trump found out about the pedophilia thing, he barred him from Mar-a-Lago and hasn't talked to him since.
And has kind of worked with authorities to bring him down.
Your president went to the island. A couple of those presidents went to the island and had sex with people. Like Bill Gates went to this island and had sex with people. All you darlings on the left, you're the ones that were on the island. Were there people on the right on the island? Probably. I'm just saying a lot of you dudes were there.
Well, a lot of people were pointing to these unsubstantiated complaints that people called into the FBI. And essentially all that is it's a website you go to.
Yep.
We could probably go on it right now and type whatever we want about anybody we didn't like.
Yep.
And it just so happened that it all popped up in 2020, right around the election. Isn't that interesting?
Now, because you and I spend time still around people on the opposite side of the political spectrum, I had an interesting conversation with someone last night who called me on the phone and I really respect this person. Really intelligent, really talented, and really convicted in their heart about certain things. And I know this person is a good person. So he had about a 2 hour and 40-minute conversation. And by the end of it, he said something I found to be incredibly poignant. He said, you know what I realized talking to you, Mickey? I said, what's that? He said, basically, I'm going to paraphrase a little bit because it was long. But he said, when I'm talking with someone from the other side politically, yet they understand the struggles that I'm talking about, it makes it easier. When someone denies the fact that the other side has legitimate complaints, dialogue ceases. There are both sides to this country. And
sure,
there are people who, for religious reasons, will not accept homosexuality, say. You know what? I think that's sad, and I think it's weird, but at the same time, it's America, dude. And if you're here's something else. A lot of these religions have all the rules and shit, right? It just seems like whenever I don't understand why it's always the Christian rules that bother everybody. It's never like anybody else's rules, right? So like in parts of Minneapolis, they literally have Sharia law. These neighborhoods, the cops don't even go in them. They police their own neighborhoods.
Yeah, they've got little like security cars that look like police cars that go around and essentially enforce Sharia law. It seems like. I think it's happening in Brooklyn.
Yeah, in Brooklyn. It's happening in, I think, Minneapolis.
Yeah.
You're starting to see it in other smaller collections of Muslims in the country. And here's the thing I want to say to the Muslims. I want to be real clear about this. I respect your religion because of you. Your laws can fuck off. We have laws here.
I think it's incredibly important to separate Muslim people
1,000%
from Islam as a political doctrine.
Correct.
Yeah.
So those of you in the Muslim faith that believe Sharia law should be the law of the land, go back to your country where it was.
Yeah, it's just not
right
compatible
here,
with
not
our Constitution
at all.
And that should not be a constitutional freedom, something that kind of contradicts our political way of life here.
Sorry, my shoe fell off.
It's all good. Somebody was asking about how my wife is handling these changes in me.
Want me to answer that part?
Go ahead.
She's in the back of the room going like this. Go further, you baby. Keep going.
No, she's going down rabbit holes with me.
Yeah,
actually.
She's amazing.
Right before the show, I kind of whispered to you as our song was playing. I said, I got a show idea. And I was like, well, what if we come on here and just show you all the rabbit holes that I've been going down over the weekend?
I would love to have Liz on.
I don't know if Liz will come on. I'll ask her.
I'd love to have
her, but just to show you the rabbit holes that we've been down, and we could talk about that.
Dude, today's show, when I was driving in, I'm thinking, all right, we're going to recap him yesterday. And obviously it was amazing. But I think what's more amazing, Matt, is just you and I, as newbies, as normies, so to speak, although I probably have lost my normie hat at this point, but I'm still so quick into this. I want to talk more personally about you and I and where we are in this, because I think it's important as people watch these kind of shows for the first time to understand the people that are talking.
Yeah.
Like where I came from, dude, for some of you have heard this, but I want to say it again for new listeners. I quit school basically 3 months after the 10th grade. I played soccer my 10th grade year and quit high school. Went in the Navy at 16. Stayed very short time, got a medical discharge. Came home, started working. And at 17, almost 18, I started doing comedy. And I hustled my whole life. I just hustled one thing to another, robbing Peter to pay Paul, get money, make a lot of money on this show, catch up with everybody I owed money to, pay people or help people that I couldn't. And then eventually I got radio. Things got really good. And then I had problems in my midlife, and I had family things I had to try to fix, and I did, and it didn't all work out. I just think that I'm finally at a place where I realized that fame is shit. I realized that fame and success are way different. You can have a huge success without fame. Fame is nothing but a bother. And when you get all that stuff in your head and you start looking at things clearly, I just think that it's much easier to live if you just live a truth idea. Just admit the shit about yourself, that you were bad at and the wrong you did. And there was plenty. And I've tried to redeem myself to anyone that I hurt. Certain people will never forgive you and will continue to just be, and both of you will continue to be toxic and hate each other eventually. And that's, I have friends like that. I have people that I really thought would never forgive me that were the first ones to embrace me and welcome my friendship. So it's really an interesting journey. But Matt, we've met people along the way, and that's the point I was telling this story. Gay people, black people, Hispanic people, feminists, misogynists, racists. I've met everyone, every personality you could meet, anti-Semitic, anti-Christian. I've met Jews who hate everyone in the world but certain types of Jews. Like, I've met any kind of personality you could meet. Here's the one thing that's true in all of us. We all recognize that truth and honesty is the most important thing between each other. And for years, we've had none of that running anything. It's all been based on lies, manipulation, and finance. And when you get to the bottom of where all that shit comes from, you start figuring out the problem. And then you realize at the end of it, they're eating babies, dude. If that's not enough to get this country to wake up and literally say, you know what? You're worried about having a free election in November? Are you kidding me? How about none? How about we don't have an election until we finally figure out who belongs in these elections and who doesn't? We have criminals actively working in Congress, the Senate, maybe the White House. I don't know. I don't think the president is a traitor to the country. I think certain senators and certain congressmen are, and it's sickening. And until we get to that point, dude, I don't know what to do anymore, except just report this stuff and act like that all we're trying to do is find the truth. And whoever falls at the end, that's what truth does. Truth comes in and cleans out bullshit every time. That's what truth does to everyone. It cleans bullshit away. That's all I'm saying, buddy. That's where I'm at. When you watch this stuff, I mean, you have a daughter, dude, she's a teenager, she's gorgeous, right? And smart. You want to send her out in the world where she has no chance because the system's completely rigged against her?
Yeah, I mean, of course not. No, I mean, you know, this is hopefully the draining of the swamp that has been talked about for so long. We'll see. Something I want to say about Matrix from yesterday that I think we should have acknowledged on the show yesterday is that we come on here and learn all of this stuff, but Matrix figured this all out on his own. He's one of the OGs. So guys like us, we're lucky we have Matrix and Rambo and Dave News Treason and, you know, Paul Abs, all those guys taking their time to guide us along and understand everything. He was doing everything, you know, by hand on paper in the beginning, even without computers, he was saying. So I think it's important to acknowledge that as well, and how lucky we feel to have these guys taking us by the hand and helping us understand everything. I mean, that's part of the reason we're getting up to speed, and you've gotten up to speed as quickly as you have, I think.
Well, I mean, I think the reason I was able,
they've done the work. You know?
Yeah, when everything's laid out for you. I mean, what these guys are amazing at is recognizing the details inside the Matrix. I think what my brain is like their level at is being able to see systems like that. I don't see the details like they do, but I can see framework like that. Like you and I have talked about other projects, and I have this ability to start and just explain the whole thing because I know how things work in tandem. And when you find out at the top that these people are devil worshipers, they're eating children, they're having sex with women and children all over the planet. They're stealing kids. They're killing them. They're sacrificing them. If you don't, at that point, stop everything you're doing, I don't know where we are as a society anymore. If we don't start demanding, and I mean literally, I don't want a January 6th thing. That's stupid. We don't need that. But you know what? They have these no king marches all the time. They have these out with the tyrant meeting things. You know what I don't see on our side, Matt? I don't see 1 million people standing in front of Congress and going, open the Epstein files now. Arrest somebody now. We're done. I don't care. Whatever the effect is. What's going to happen? The House of Rothschild's going to fall? Okay. Humans have lived off the land before. We'll figure it out. Turn our power off. You think we're going to just fall away to nothing? No. And I don't understand this anymore. Maybe that's why we're here, Matt. Maybe the ultimate reason we showed up when we did was to look at the world and go, hey, it's happening. Are you going to preach? Or are you going to come outside and maybe yell at somebody to make this happen? And I don't, you know what? I mean, if you read Q itself, you know, future proves past, all that stuff, where we go one, we go all. Well, let's start going. That's my point. Yeah. Can't we just start going? We're all going. Right? Maybe this summer, Matt, we have a million man or a million person gathering of the Epstein files. Just lock somebody up. One person. You're going to tell me one person in all these files, nobody has been arrested. No one? Okay.
You know, we talked about yesterday what was the big motive and goal behind Q's activity. You know?
Yeah.
What action is Q asking us to take as part of this, as Anons and as citizens? He kind of separated the goal. He said, you know, it's two parts. So the citizens' role in all this is, he says, you know, everybody start paying attention to your community, get involved, realize who's running your community, and take back our country the right way. That's what he said, not with pitchforks and overthrowing the government, but instead to take it back legitimately through democracy, I assume, and take care of the fraud that's happening here. And for the Anons, Matrix said the Anons' responsibility is when the news comes out ahead of the mainstream media. And then he quoted a drop. He said, the drop said, you are the frame, you are the support. People will be lost. People will be terrified. People will reject. People will need to be guided. So he says that's the big piece for Anons, for the people in the know, is to help guide people, to hold their hands, because the normies that are left are going to they're going to freak out and have no idea what's going on. He said when stuff starts to spill out on the streets, that's when Anons come into play, and they'll give people the knowledge and calm them down.
I firmly believe, and I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I agree completely with that, and I'll tell you why. I think the more I'm learning here, Q put it in our hands. I think that's what the military did. It's basically telling the civilians, hey, do this democratically. Spread the word. Get rid of these people. We got your back. In other words, if shit really goes down, shit will really go down. But we can't just stand by and pretend the people that are in the positions to be compromised aren't compromised. It seems like everyone is. So maybe it's time in our 250-year anniversary to start over. Let's refill the chamber. Let's empty it out. Let's vote in people from your neighborhood. Why does a guy need to be worth $1 million to be a congressman or a senator? He's there only to represent the needs of his people.
Well, that's a big part of it too, I think, is to get our voting on the up and up, you know, our elections rather on the up and up.
And even the people that say, oh, it's already done, it's a movie, it's a slow roll. Okay, well, when you release the Epstein files and tell us all that these people were sexually assaulting, killing, murdering, sacrificing children and women, we're going to need to see some evidence, because we're kind of sick of taking your word about anything. We're kind of sick of listening to you tell us you got it. You don't have shit. The only thing you have is a bank account filled with lobbyist money so that you can continue your bullshit. That is all any of these people are. I'm convinced. I think we need to totally change the way that this government is elected and run. The elections, maybe not change the way they're elected. I love that. Everybody shows up and picks somebody. But once you're in, you get one run. And if you don't move up, you're out. This whole bullshit of 40 years serving, you didn't serve the public, Nancy Pelosi.
Well, I mean,
you served yourself, you ratchet old bitch, you ugly, nasty criminal.
I think getting, the lobbyists
and she's
out of
Baltimore.
The situation, all the special interests. I mean, that's what we really have to do. We have to kind of corruption proof, make it very difficult for them to be a victim to want to be corrupt, you know?
Yeah, I mean, Matt, you and I every day talk off air about certain things, and I won't say what they are, but when we're both just like, what this is ridiculous. First of all, this whole thing with kids walking out of school, I don't know why it's a big thing. Let them walk right out, lock the door, tell the parents, sorry, you're going to have to find something to do with your kids now. They left the area where you sent them. Now, the fact that parents weren't sitting on that parking lot pointing back, get your ass back in that school. Shame on them. I don't care what happens to any of them. Some kid got locked up yesterday for throwing a water bottle right in the cop's face, and the parents are screaming, how can you arrest a kid? I'll show you. You put cuffs on him, throw his little ass in the back of a car, and take him to a juvenile detention center. And then you horrible parents can hire a lawyer and try to get him out of it. But had you done your job the first time, that kid would have sat in the classroom and not be the clown that you raised. It's a joke anymore. And people are just afraid to say this shit. I'm not. No, this country raised 2 generations of absolute morons. Just complete, entitled little jerk-offs that never had to work for anything. And then when they get to be adults, they look at the world and go, but my mom said if I did, shut up. Nobody cares about your mother. Nobody cares about any of it. Take care of yourself, dude. I'm not taking care of you anymore. I'm not doing it. And I don't understand it. I don't have an ounce of hate in my heart, except for those who hate me. And if you hate me because I'm saying be a good person, don't hurt others, don't have sex with babies and women that don't want it, and men that don't want it, and don't put people in financial turmoil for 30, 40 years where they'll never recover from. Yeah, if you hate me for that, hate away. Here's my neck, put a bullet right in it, just like they did Charlie. I don't fear these people anymore, Matt. I don't. I have no fear. My friends want to not talk to me anymore. Screw them. I've done nothing but tell truth. This is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. I don't blame these kids. I don't blame the generations. I blame the parents. I blame my generation for raising a bunch of entitled little assholes that are now raising a bunch more of even more entitled little assholes. That's all this is. A bunch of entitled, stupid people that think that they live on the right side of the world because they're saving people that can't help themselves. What are you talking about? By the way, where's all the black people at these protests that the liberals are putting on? Black people are waking up, and thank you, black people. I freaking love you. Your culture's amazing. Everything about you, I love. Everything about black people, I love, and the culture. You know what I don't love? Same thing I don't love about white people. Bullshit. Assholes. Ignorance. Stupidity. Blame. Screw off. I don't care what color you are. You raise your kids right. You work hard. You try your best. I'll come help anything you need. I don't care what color. I don't care who you sleep with. I don't care about any of it. Just stop this bullshit. And that's all it is. I apologize, Matt. Had to get that off my chest. Only took me 38 minutes. I'm used to doing an hour, so you're welcome. No, buddy, you know what I mean. We talked before the show, and I see you going through it, and I know you're struggling right now because I did at your point. You're like, how do I look at people I love and tell them I totally disagree with them, and I know I'm right? It's hard, man.
Well, I mean, they're just as deep in their convictions as we are, though.
Yeah, but their convictions, here's the difference. This is what I keep saying to people, and no one understands me. The convictions that they're fighting for aren't real. We're not deporting American citizens. We are not pulling American citizens off the street. Now, the argument's going to come back. Yeah, 4 people were by mistake.
Yeah, I mean, mistakes are going to be made.
Jesus Christ.
Hopefully we correct that.
It's just, yeah, and I apologize for saying JC. I try to keep my emotions.
You got to look back at what happened in past administrations, too. And, it wasn't nearly, this administration isn't nearly what happened in past administrations either.
It's not even close.
So it's crazy. I mean, you look back, you're talking about immigration. Here's the Democrats talking tough like current conservatives are speaking.
In the budget I will present to you, we will try to do more to speed the deportation of illegal aliens who are arrested for crimes.
Senator Biden, yes or no, would you allow the cities to ignore the federal law?
No.
I think we got to have tough conditions. Tell people to come out of the shadows. If they've committed a crime, deport them. No questions asked.
Undocumented workers broke our immigration laws.
Shut up, too.
and I believe that they must be held accountable,
You're a dickhead.
especially those who may be dangerous.
You're dangerous.
So, I mean, it's exactly the message that the conservatives have today. What was, the Democrats standing strong on all these issues not that long ago.
Listen, you just showed, what was it, 3 of them, 4 of them? Yeah, 4, right? You had Biden, Clinton, Obama. The only thing missing in my eyes were the Bushes. I think everything since 1988 until last year was run by a completely criminal organization that those assholes ran. And listen, I put the Bushes in there. This isn't about Republican, Democrat shit. That's another thing these idiots have to figure out. They're all wearing their big D on their shirt. They're proud Democrats. Yet you're proud of a party that has allowed child molesters and rapists and demonic people to influence you and give you money. And you expect me to listen to a word you say? I hope all of you die on a gifted plane from Trump taking you to Guantanamo Bay, and it crashes and it hits the actual prison and explodes where all the other prisoners are. I'm telling you what, when you really understand it, Matt, you lose, you just, and when you have a blowtorch like this, you can't stop talking about it. And it's not going to get fixed if we don't keep talking about it. The Q guys gave us all the info. Rambo, who I think's in the room, that guy's a patriot, man. Like military level patriotism is what's happening in this information world. These guys have risked, listen, they've risked jobs, money, family, friends, children, all for truth. All for truth. I don't get it. Why wouldn't you listen to a guy like that? And then he shows you it's true, and you still go, you're a nut. Okay, I'm not going to stop now. No, I'm not going to stop. I'm going to make sure that if nothing else, everybody knows who ate the babies. That's all I'm saying. We will find out who ate the babies, or they'll kill me before we find out. One of the two, because this is ridiculous. I don't care about that old bitch missing. I'm sorry. I don't care. Not compared to all these kids missing. Not compared to women getting raped every day. Not compared to young boys being told if they want to be a singer, bend over. Yeah, no, not going to happen. Yep, I'm a nobody from Baltimore with a dumb little podcast that people listen to. So while they're listening, I'm going to talk about these people. I don't care what happens to me anymore. I really don't. There's nobody caring what happened to all these other people, right? I do. I care. I want to live in a better world. I think it's worth fighting for. I think it's worth dying for. My grandkids will grow up one day knowing, hey, Grandpop got shot in the face, but he was telling people to stop eating babies. That's what I want on my tombstone, Matt. He told everybody, stop eating babies. I don't even think that's a bad one. That might end up in Arlington Cemetery, right next to Kennedy in the Q Circle. I'll go in there. I'll be proud to stay there. No, I'm not suicidal. I'm the exact opposite. That just came up in the room. I'm the exact. I want to live so much now. I want to live so much. I've never been so happy to be alive, knowing that I'm going to witness the fall of evil. We all read about it our whole lives. Right now, we can make evil fall if we're brave enough. If we're brave enough, all you got to do is show up. I want to do 1 million. I just want like a question mark. The Million Q March. What's the Q? We have one question. Who ate the babies? And why are they still alive? That's it. There's our question. Pam Bondi. I like your hair. You look good. Your clothes look great. Stop. Arrest somebody, dude. You're the top law enforcement officer in America. Whatever that word is, not law. Judicial person. You're the attorney general of the United States. You can't issue a warrant, bitch? Seriously? You can't issue a warrant for somebody you know banging kids? Anyway, Matt, how did the show hit you yesterday?
Where are we, buddy?
I'm sorry, buddy.
Are we on the? Are we
snapped.
still in the air?
Dude, do you understand my just disgust of all this at this point?
Of course.
God damn, it's so frustrating. Now I get why these Q people hate everybody. It's lonely, man. And the mainstream media? How do you even call yourselves media anymore? I don't get it. All right, I got to. You talk for a minute, Matt. I'm sorry. I'm going to stretch. I'm going to do calisthenics. Burn off some energy. Go ahead, buddy.
All right, man. You doing all right?
Yeah, I just do.
All right. You want to talk about the mainstream media?
Yeah. Do you or no?
Yeah. Well, I thought we were going to break down yesterday. We going to talk about.
Go ahead.
What were you going to say? What were you going to say?
See, you're antagonizing me, and then I go on, and then you'll go, you sure you don't want to? You love this.
What do you mean am I antagonizing you?
All right, okay, fine. Here, let's get into it then. If I got to watch any mainstream media, right, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to watch Fox. Here's why. Do I think they're telling the truth, all of it? No. But I do think they're at least telling us, hey, you guys, I think they're kind of being obvious that we need to do more as the country, the citizens. And we all forget, and I don't know why people are afraid to say this. There isn't a difference between us and the government. We are the government. I don't, they stopped teaching this in school. You're the government until we say you aren't. I'm saying this November, why don't we just make everybody not the government and put in people that money kept out, that were good people, that we knew were good?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's why we got to make our elections fair. We got to clean up the mainstream media, right? Matrix was saying yesterday he thinks it's all being run by white hats right now.
I do.
Which is, actually the military.
I just keep saying this.
Talking about the 4 a.m. talking points, and your point talking about all this stuff where the all they're talking about is this kidnapping, and we've got the Epstein files sitting there on fire next to us, but all they're talking about is this thing is it a psyop? I mean, if we're talking about the Q stuff, then that's where our heads have to go, right? Is the 4 a.m. script coming up, and they're saying, don't talk about the Epstein files. All you need to talk about is this kidnapping for the moment.
I mean, listen, I'm reading the chat room right now while I have a second. If Rambo's in the room, I just want you to know, buddy, that I'm sending you a bill for my psychiatrist because you're the reason I'm the way I am right now. I'm kidding about that. But no, listen, Matt, I think what you're saying is very true. I do think the media is being controlled, but I may be an outlier here. I think some of the Anons expect. I think some of the Anons expect like George Washington to show up on a white horse and save the day. As I've been in this more and more, and I've starting to get into the Q world, and I've started to understand the Anons and the messaging, I see it a little different. I think Q told us what to do, but it's up to us. I really believe this. The 60,000 man army, all that stuff. I think these are metaphors, but real. They just mean different things. And I'm telling you, did you see AOC yesterday?
Yeah, answer the question about
holy
about
shit.
Taiwan, you mean?
I mean, I thought Kamala Harris was a dumb idiot. Literally, the senator. Well, I'm sorry. Is she still a congresswoman or
Congress?
Yeah,
Yeah.
congressman from New York on the world stage in Europe, in Germany, when asked. Well, I mean, the thing is I think when you're talking about something, so America, bitch, just shut up.
Well, why? I don't understand why there was no follow-up question for that, right?
Because I think the European media realized right then, holy shit, America has a real problem. I mean, listen.
Well, America or the left?
Well, I think there's one and the same when you're on an international stage. You represent your entire country, not one political party. And you should be responsible enough to know that on a global stage. Now, the fact that dude, Hillary Clinton, that guy the day before, he kept saying how he hates Donald Trump, right? Hillary. And I kept saying, listen, dude, you're wrong. And then that guy, the other guy, I think he's from the Czech Republic, basically called her right out. You just flat out don't like him, do you? No, I don't. And I don't like what he's abandoned Europe. Abandoned Europe? Are you out of your mind? He's the one telling everyone in Europe, get your country straight. You're being invaded.
Yeah, trying
just
to
like America was.
Take care of their trade situation and
all of it.
Hopefully protect all the countries in Europe.
Listen, I mean, I met a 16-year-old young lady today. Met her father, actually, and she was with him. And we were talking, and she wants to go into law, and she's 16. And I said to her, wow, it's really interesting to meet someone your age that wants to do that. And she said, I said to her, why do you want to get into law? And she said, I want to be able to explain to my friends legally how our government is screwing us. And I thought, okay, here comes the blue bomb coming at me. This 16-year-old girl looks me dead in the face. She goes, kids in my school walking out, like men pretending that they can play women's sports. Like, seriously? And I'm like, you know that angel sound, like choirs in a movie? Oh, I heard that. I heard that. And I looked at this young lady and I thought, yeah, this is the future. These are the people we have to prop up, right? These are the people. That's a good kid, right? Man, there's so many lost souls out there when you think about it that could have been great. There's a guy on internet right now, Matt. He drives around inner cities all over the country and he finds junkies, active drug addicts. And he just drives up and he says, hey, you want to get clean? That day, he puts them on a plane to another state and he follows their journey. I'm addicted to it.
I got mixed feelings about it, though.
About that guy?
Yeah. Well, not about him specifically, just about that whole situation.
The drug rehabilitation business?
Yeah.
There's a lot of criminality in it.
And people, profiting off of these people and their drug issues.
Well, I mean, look, dude, at the end of the day, the guy got clean.
Well, that's good.
And he got a job and moved on.
Right.
And if some asshole took advantage of him in that process, they'll get theirs.
Yeah.
But I think this guy that's actually doing the work, it's all crowdfunded. He gives the money. If there's money left over, he shows you. Here's how much money it took in. We got $3,000 left. I'm going to raise more money for this person. And he goes out, and it's just it's a lot of that shit ended though, Matt. Like I have a friend that has 3 or 4 halfway houses in Baltimore. I'm not saying but they have really cracked down on some of it. They have maybe not in Baltimore City.
We'll look into it.
Yeah, that might be a fun show.
Yeah.
But there's a huge need. I mean, drug addiction in this country was planned, was orchestrated. It was designed, and it had its effect. And these are the things we have to fight if you're good. You got to go clean up what evil did. Evil ain't going to clean up after itself. No. Evil's just going to do more evil. We got to clean up the mess. That's what sucks. Sucks. And I think that Matt is the key to all this, you guys, and he's holding back. I think he has a secret speech that he's been wanting to say for weeks now. Now, Matt, now's the time.
What are we doing the show on again? I forget.
All right, let's go. See, now you made me feel stupid.
What are we talking about?
Yesterday's Q school. But see, that's the thing when you're learning Q.
Yeah.
It opens your eyes to everything. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
And yesterday, I mean, all right, fine. Let's go back to yesterday with Matrix for you. Do you think Matrix was wrong about anything?
Do I think he was wrong about anything?
Or do you not agree with anything he connected?
I wouldn't say that I think he's wrong about anything because I don't think I know enough to prove his theories wrong. I think what I have are more questions about some of the stuff that he was talking about, Although he did clarify a lot of things for me, though. especially in kind of the whole movie thing. I think you brought a lot of clarity, and my head kind of broke through the clouds yesterday when talking about this whole movie thing, and it's already done. That whole aspect of a lot of what a lot of the Q guys are saying. He says that a lot of things we see he thinks are acting in a movie, but not everything.
Yeah,
I can kind of live with that. I can live with that.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know if everything I think, because I think some people do think that. Some people think it's all fake, right?
Yeah, some people think everything we're watching is an illusion, or what is the word they use? Simulation.
Yeah. So there are real people. People really do die. Things really do happen. And I guess, some of these false flags that happen, sometimes they're real, where people die, but it was a situation set up by bad actors.
Yep.
Or a situation set up by white hats. So that part, I guess, is very confusing to me.
Well, I'll tell you what's not confusing, Matt. The fact that I have the best partner I could have. I'm involved in a community that has like-minded people that, for whatever reason, tune in every day and listen to us and do it. And I saw a comment in here. It said, Mickey lost it. He snapped. He's in the angry phase. For those of you that know me, I've always been angry. Like, I've been angry my whole life, right? And I'm angry because for whatever reason, it's why I got into comedy. I just see hypocrisy. I hate hypocrisy more than anything. If you're a person that can look me in the eyes and go, hey, look, dude, yeah, I'm not qualified to do that, I'm not going to ask you to do it. But don't say you're qualified to do it. And then when you start doing it and fail, get mad that you weren't good enough. Like, that's the problem I have.
Yeah.
That's all. But I'm not angry. I'm really happy. We got almost 1,000 people in the chat room.
That's amazing.
We got almost 400 likes, dude. What's not to be happy about?
Yeah.
Other than they're eating babies. That's all
they're
I'm
eating
saying.
Babies and trafficking kids.
Yeah. Other than that, things are great. What was your favorite decode yesterday? Was it the long one?
Yeah,
Charlie Kirk?
So he put out, he took us through just, I think, the tip of the iceberg on that. He dropped this on us at the end of the show.
Dude.
So, if you want to see that, by the way, I believe that is the live show they did the day that Charlie Kirk died. So you can watch Matrix's decode with Rambo on whatever that is, September 10th,
I think
2025.
So. Yeah. It's just wild, man. And to be living in a time where this is all happening, it's some days, man, I'm sorry, everybody, it's going to get to you. You know what I mean? And it's going to affect you. But
how is it affecting you, man? Is it affecting your mental health? Everybody in the comments, leading up to this, through all of our Q schools, has said, I've seen this comment over and over endless times.
Yeah.
Take care of your mental health.
Well, here's the thing I'm realizing about it. As long as I can keep talking about it here and like just getting it out, it doesn't last night I did something I haven't done in a long time. I got home, I ate a little dinner, and then I was playing on my phone and I was reading about stuff. And then literally something in my brain went, put your phone down. I put my phone down. I was just laying there. And then I was like, all right, I put the laptop on. I'm watching TV. And all of a sudden, I realized I'm watching a comedy. And it was just funny. Next thing you know, I did a little dive on the Three Stooges. I just watched fun stuff and took my mind off of everything. I fell asleep.
Yeah.
And then I woke up this morning and I felt good. But, when you get in, it gets to be showtime. You start talking about things and you start talking about everything we decoded yesterday. And it brings up emotion, man. And if it doesn't bring up emotion, I think something's wrong with you.
Yeah, well, I think that's unfortunately what's happening with a lot of what they would call normies, I guess, and people in the mainstream who are just shutting down when they hear it. It's too crazy. It's too much.
And I think that's what's happening. And see, when most people shut down, I get more excited.
Yeah,
I do. I'm like, okay, that's where I'm needed.
There's somebody in my life who is essentially said, I'm too old to deal to deal with this.
Yeah.
I guess they're happy. Like, if you want to make the Matrix reference, they choose the blue pill or whatever it was. Was it the blue pill?
Well, that's the other side.
Yeah. What's the one that just keeps you comfortable back in your unknowledgeable reality? Whatever pill
is that
that
the
was.
pink pill?
I don't know.
I think the pink pill's when you just start enough, but you don't.
That's
go
the
all
one
way.
they took, though.
Yeah.
Purposefully chose that. So
Yeah.
I think we're going to get a subset of people who just are not ready to deal with any of that.
Yeah, I wonder, the Bondi thing, like where she hasn't arrested anybody yet, or a lot of people say it's all part of the plan. That it's got to. I do think that they're just letting this sort of float out there, like just. What do you guys think? And they're watching how we react to the Epstein files.
Don't you think there's an aspect of there's stuff they can't talk about if they're actively investigating things?
Yeah, of course. But I mean, when they basically say, "Hey, John Podesta did this," what happened to that dude? Right? Or, we have a fact that Bill Gates was involved and got a sexually transmitted disease. All right, was she underage? And if she was, why isn't he in jail? Here's another question. What country owns that island?
Oh, it's Epstein's Island?
Yeah. What is that?
It's part of the United States.
Is it part of the United States?
The Virgin Islands, yeah.
Okay. I just didn't know if it fell directly under the American government.
Yep.
I never knew that.
Yeah, it's a territory like Puerto Rico.
God damn. I don't know. Who's on that island now? What's going on there?
That's a good question.
Yeah, whatever happened.
I know there's a whole bunch of chemicals over there now, though.
Oh, I bet there are, man. I bet there are a bunch of adrenochrome, probably, right? Showed up.
Yeah, maybe.
Wait if that shit comes out to be true.
Adrenochrome?
Yeah, like if they'd show us the evidence of them drinking blood, like videos. And
that
shit.
is a hole I haven't been down yet.
Yeah,
although in the very brief, very surface level search that I've done on it, adrenochrome. If you read the conventional answer that's online, it says that there are no psychoactive properties to it, and there's no properties that would make you, youthful, like it's some kind of fountain of youth drug. But why are they? If it's true, then why are they doing it?
That's the part that drives me crazy. It's like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Even if they came out and went like this, look,
we need an adrenochrome guy because we want to understand that. Does anybody get the adrenochrome thing?
Not really.
I don't know who put together the conventional answer that I read, but could be deeper than that.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, a show like that yesterday, it opens your mind so much to things where you just go, all right, I don't know what to think anymore. So I just keep backing up into this corner. I go, all right, here's what I'm saying. Just tell me the truth. I don't care about hearings anymore. I don't care about what is the truth? Are they really? Somebody just tell me. Is this really? Yes.
It's
yes,
a lot, man. It's I want to find this map that I didn't bring up with Matrix yesterday that I was going to, but this isn't like his thing. This is just something I came across.
Mm-hmm.
And they called it the Great Awakening Map.
Yeah.
Have you seen this before?
I saw it yesterday and did not get a chance to get into it. Is it crazy?
You got Q down here in the left-hand corner, but it's essentially all the conspiracy theories that you've ever heard of on this map. I mean, it's like, is there a common thread to all of this? Is this all connected?
Dude. Yeah, when you get in, and this is what the public has coming to them. Do you realize that, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm nowhere near there yet, and I mean, you got to go down each one of these bazillion rabbit holes and try to figure out what's true and how it's connected to everything else, right?
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I'm reading the chat room right now. People are saying it's all connected. People that have
all
read
connected.
Yeah, dude. I mean, just think about it, Matt. If you're a drug dealer, right, at the highest level, I'm talking about them guys that make billions, right? Pablo Escobar type dudes. Inside that world, think about it. What goes on? Sex, drugs, prostitution, criminality, gambling, all of it. And what do all those things produce? Victims, indentured servants. It's just an entire criminal empire that the mob ran everything. The mob ran everything at one time in every major city. You couldn't do anything without the mob saying okay. Now imagine a global mob with militaries behind it.
Yeah, that's a good question. How did the mafia operate under all this?
Well, in those days, there was none of this shit. There wasn't a guy getting on the air the next day and going, yesterday, Lucky Luciano, yes, him and his 7 guys walked into Billy's Liquors and stole all of it.
I just mean with these, like, this cabal, the satanic overlords, how are they getting their pieces is all I wonder.
Say that again?
Organized crime.
Yeah.
Who's in charge of those guys? Is that all part of the cabal?
Yeah. I mean, of course, dude. You don't think throughout time. Listen, all crime leads somewhere, right? To a bigger take, right? Even in the mob, the street guys gave to the capos.
Sure.
The capos gave to the.
And then the boss was the top of the food chain.
Right. And there were 5 bosses at the top of the family, a commission. But trust me, those 5 guys, I guarantee they knew people.
Yeah.
You have that kind of money. Dude, I think if you look at the mob all the way back to Joe Kennedy days, the Italians could not get a stronghold in Boston because of the Irish, and that's what allowed the Kennedys to shine in those days, was the strength of the Irish mob. I mean, it is what it is. I don't know why people act like this, that criminals weren't a huge part of moving America forward. Criminals are a huge part of moving any society forward. It entertains the dregs while the producers move forward. It's just, I mean, all of it, dude. And then when you think about the influence of all the organizations and systems, dude, that map is just how they controlled it all. And the churches and the religious people. I mean, Jesus, the criminality involved in the Catholic Church alone, it's unreal. And we just act like, they'll fix it. I'm just saying, maybe it's time we just fix it. And you can do it by voting. That's all you have to do.
We hope. I mean, we got to get that nipped in the bud, man.
You see that black lady, her name's Tish something, running for mayor in L.A.? Have you seen her?
Yeah.
She's amazing, dude. I love that lady. I don't agree all the way, but she told, like, this one reporter said, how do you feel about the that? And she went, whoa. I'm trying to take care of regular people. She said regular people. She said, I'm trying to take care of regular people first. All the special interest people, I hear you. I get it. But you got to wait your turn. We got to deal with the masses. And I'm like, oh, my God, finally. And by the way, this lady's whole platform on her cell phone. She's built the following on her cell phone.
I think there's people out there for sure. I don't doubt that there are people out there, but the problem is we have to get our elections solid and know that our votes count again.
Right here in Baltimore, I'll give you a prime example of how crazy things are. Our fearless leader, Brandon Scott, our mayor, was solicited by the what is she called? The Inspector General. Subpoenaed financial files. The mayor said no to the Inspector General, whose job it is to inspect all this stuff. The mayor said, nah, it's technicality. You can't. It's insane.
Yeah.
Like, just there is zero respect for the law anymore. And they're going to all say, oh, Trump has no respect for the law. I don't know if you can really find a constitutional point that Trump has broken. Everything that they're doing,
I don't know either.
Everything that they're doing, albeit forceful and very strong-handed.
Well, it's all reaction.
Legal.
It's all reactionary to other things as well.
Yep. And this voter ID thing, what's it, like 70% of the country think yes. 70% of Democrats said yes. 94 or 5% of Republicans think it is. And tell me why all these leaders are in the Senate going, oh, it's racist. When black people are going, no, it's not. I can get an ID. I mean, have you heard these excuses?
Well, look, I mean, you need ID for a billion other things. You need ID to buy a bottle of liquor. You need ID to drive a car.
Cigarettes.
You need ID to buy cigarettes. Like, you need ID to get your benefits.
You need a license to go fishing.
Yeah.
Fishing. To put a piece of metal in the water with a worm on it and catch a fish, I need a license. But to go and vote and pick the president of the free world, nah.
Seems like a no-brainer, but
well, that's the problem.
Doesn't make any sense to a lot of people
because they got no brains.
You know?
When you're bought and paid for, you do what the oligarchs and the people above you tell you what to do.
Well, they're obviously the ones behind it, but then people, I think, want to be compassionate. They think they're being compassionate, and they think that you know, some people are being taken advantage of, and they're not able to get ID. But like we said, they're able to get ID for an awful lot of other things. But you know, for voting, all of a sudden it's you know, holding the little man down.
I totally agree. I'm just saying, I'm going fishing today, and I don't know if my license is suspended or not. But I'll tell you what, if it's not, I'm going to go vote with my fishing license.
Exactly.
Oh my God. All right, buddy. You know what? Do we have the link for people to call in up today?
We can put it up.
Yeah, let's do that. I'll tell you why. I feel bad for the audience today, Matt, because we're going to have days like this where the weight of all of it just kind of leans on you. And today's one of those days. So I just want to talk to people, man. You know, we're posting the link. If you want to talk to us, just click that link. You'll come right. You don't have to show your face. Nothing like that. It's pinned at the top now. Please come in, talk to us. And I won't talk about baby eating no more today.
It's pinned to the top of the comments if you want to call us. And just remember to make sure you turn the camera off if you don't want your face show. We would love to see your face.
Man,
though.
I think we're frozen, buddy.
Well, we were because I had to go put the link in, but we shouldn't be now.
I'm checking.
Yeah.
Oh no, I think we're okay now.
Yeah.
What about your worm hunting license, Mickey? Is it up to date? Well, Pebbles, I'll be honest with you. Luckily, I have a stock of worms that I keep in my shoes. So I never am without. That was weird, wasn't it? I was trying to think of something funny. Failed. All right. Let anybody that wants to come in. Hey, Pebbles, why don't you come talk to us? You're so awesome. We never get to talk to you. Is that a person down there, Matt? No?
Nope.
I thought, what is that on the far? Dave?
Oh, here we go. Now we got somebody coming in.
Dawn. Let's talk to Dawn. There's Dave. There's Dawn. There's
Dawn. You are on Above the Rabbit Hole.
Oh my gosh, I'm just getting up and listening to you guys. You know, hi.
Hi, we appreciate that. Thank you.
Do you have your phone attached to your mop? Like that's the weirdest angle. Like it's way below you.
It's artistic angle, Mick.
Like you, Mickey, I'm spontaneous. I haven't even combed my hair.
Atta girl. Where are you calling from?
Sandy Valley, Nevada, about 45 minutes from Vegas.
Wow. Well, so let me ask you hear the show. I don't know how many times you've watched it. What's going on with you? How does this show hit you?
Well, you guys are amazing, you know, in the honesty. But I wanted to say, Mickey, I like your idea about people organizing and getting together, but we don't have enough yet. That's why we have to wake everybody up. And then one day it's going to happen. So I'm glad you're planting the seed, and I really like that.
Well, thank you, Dawn. I'm going to tell you something. I'm a guy that entertains people for a living, so I get in front of a lot of people often. And after I've started, you don't know this, Matt, we haven't talked about it. Saturday night, I added a bunch of conspiracy stuff into the stand-up, and it crushed. And I could not believe how many people knew about the stuff I was talking about. What we're in right now, I think people are informed. What I don't think they are is empowered. I think they know this stuff, but they don't know what to do with it.
I think we got to be very careful about what we encourage as well too. We don't pitchforks in the street.
No,
is not a good idea.
I don't want that. I don't want violence.
Sometimes it's the way some people it costs money and all that. But one day it's gonna. But we just don't have enough people. But in the meantime, doesn't mean we can't call, write letters, and not just call once. I mean, I've called. I can't even begin to tell you. You know, and I'll even change my voice and make a game out of it. But the one thing, Nikki, the truth is funny. During my activism, I was like, oh my God, what are they laughing for? So then you come along and take advantage of that because the truth is funny to a certain degree. Anyway, guys, rock and roll. Keep on going. I'll talk to you guys later.
Dawn,
You
thank
got
you.
it. Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
You know what's
Yeah.
cool about Dawn, dude? I can tell right now. You know, I guarantee you, no matter what situation you put Dawn in, that chick's gonna win. Let's go to Coco Bear and Izzy.
Coco Bear, you are on the air on Above the Rabbit Hole. How are you?
Oh man, you guys are awesome. You are. One thing I want to say to Mickey is, Mickey, I was where you're at.
I know.
Pissed off.
I know.
Freaking pissed off because we were lied to, and then all the other things that gradually I was being awakened to.
Right.
And now I'm chill. It's going to work. It's going to happen for you.
You're going through what the guy, did we talk about this yesterday? The guy in the airport who stood up in front of all the people and was just yelling at everybody.
Yeah, like,
you guys are just sitting there and there's people eating babies.
Like,
I mean, that's where you are right now. You're the guy yelling in the airport.
Well, you know what though, and Coco, let me tell you something. I thank you. That's very kind of you to share that so that I know I'm not alone. But I want you to know, I know what you guys all went through before me. So what I'm trying to do is let people see what it actually was like for so many of you. I'm not
Absolutely.
I'm not afraid to do this in public because all of you had to do it in private. You had no one to talk to. You had no one to back you up. You had no one to say, don't worry, we got your back. Where we go one, we go all. You had to find.
That's why I love your show.
Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome work, Matt. Matt, you are the glue, baby. You are the glue.
Well,
Sorry, Mickey.
No, don't believe me. I've never been to glue to anything. Trust. I'm paint thinner. I take things away. Believe me.
Well, yeah, you can be the paint thinner, but Mickey, our Matt is the one that is the more that sits back and he absorbs everything. And you let everybody know what you're seeing. And Mickey and Matt will finally come up and say, hey, this is what I see.
Yeah.
Mick and I have a very yin and yang
Yes, you do.
relationship on the show, and it's necessary.
Very symbiotic. Very symbiotic. I love to see the two of you working together. And I want to thank all those other like Rambo and Dave and Stormy Joe and everybody else that has been at the beginning of your journey. Beautiful stuff all together. Just
thank you. These moments will never be forgotten, no matter where Matt and I end up.
That's correct.
These first shows have changed my life in a way I don't think anyone could understand.
Look,
Thank you, Coco.
I look at it from two different angles, man.
Yeah, buddy.
I look at it like, we're going through this publicly in front of people, which is crazy.
I don't know if anyone's ever done
But the other
this
side of this is we've got a huge support network of people who are here for us, talking to us, probably saving a lot of our mental health. So, I see both sides of it.
And I also agree, Mickey, we did have to be in private. Nobody wanted to talk to us. They thought we had 15 heads and we were going to suck the blood out of them.
Right.
Because we were trying to explain ourselves. And the movement that we're in right now is one of the most hit upon angrily. So we're all together. We are all together, and we stay together. We talk together, and that is where we're at. And in my humble opinion,
children will unite the world, and
that's correct.
All right, Coco, you have a great day, dear, and thank you very so much.
Peace,
out, you baby. Right. Peace out. Who else we got on here? Let's go to what's that? Napsio.
Napsio 123. You are on Above the Rabbit Hole.
Hi there.
Hi.
Hey, welcome from Holland.
I'm so,
Holland. Holland?
Yeah, Holland. Yeah.
What time is it in Holland right
watching
now?
You. It's 7:15 evening.
7 p.m.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Before we get started,
Matt,
I need to know, number one, are you a football fan?
Yes, I am.
It all goes back to soccer, doesn't it?
For me, it does when I talk to somebody. Okay, I just want to tell you two things. As an American, I want you to know this, and this is sincere. If America, and it always does poorly in the World Cup, I usually root for either England or Holland. And that's the truth.
So
there you go.
Go for Holland.
Yeah, I will. But I'm rooting for the U.S. this year because I think we got a chance to make it past the first game. And then we're in trouble.
Got to vote U.S. first, right?
What can we do for you,
Let's see
Napsio?
what
Thank you
happens.
for calling. Yes, we will.
Yeah.
How do you feel about all this over there, my friend?
Well, I've been watching you from the moment you went on Rambo and Friends. So
Wow,
I
thank you.
saw the whole progress you made. And this afternoon, I just saw your rant about going crazy about everything has to come out. And yeah, we've all been there.
Yeah.
We've all done that. It's gonna come. It's gonna come true one day.
I agree with you.
I think you, yeah, to get too emotional doesn't help you.
I know. It's my nature. I wear my life on my sleeve. I get up and down. I go depressed. I go manic. All of it. Napsio, let me ask you a question though. As someone that's lived in Europe all your life, and you know, we understand what the United States represents around the world, good and bad. In your opinion, overall, do you think the United States, and I'm curious and genuine about this, is a country based in good or a country based in bad?
I think if you take all the countries, they're based in good. It's only the cabal, which is putting all the shit together.
Yeah. Do you think most people...
It's always the people are good, you know?
Right. That's the...
We all want the same things, essentially.
Man, and you know where this is most relevant right now? Iran. I mean, they've killed close to 30,000 kids. 30,000. They've just annihilated them. And we're that's evil. Just 30,000 people. That's crazy. The Persian people are not evil at heart. People forget 150, 70 years ago, that was the jewel of the Middle East. It was an amazing universities, spotless city, architecture, incredible.
Yeah.
Women without any things over their heads. The hijabs were not there. But it's the regime change, and the regime change. I think the biggest part in the world, all the regime changes are done by CIA, cabal, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, and it's all, I mean, I figured that part out. I mean, I call it a little different. Than to me, the CIA, the KGB, and Mossad are nothing more than private militaries for corporations. Using government assets to execute their plans. That's all it is. And that's fine, but don't act like it's not. Hey, Napsio, in where you are, does your country right now have a problem with immigration? And are you being bombarded?
Yeah, a big one.
I'm letting him explain.
I think it's all over Europe, and I think it's all over the world. They just put it in. We have asylum seekers, too many of them. I'm married to.
What does the average Joe over there think about everything that's going on, though?
I think the biggest part of the people are fed up with it.
Yeah.
And the thing I see is that our elections are also fucked up. You saw everybody move to the right, and they call it the far right, of course, the extremists, and like in America, like everywhere, if it's going to be a little more,
it's the same thing everywhere, isn't it? It's literally the same message and battle and fight.
I don't understand why the world doesn't just call it what it is. I mean, this is literally it is an orchestrated plan to spread a civilian army all over the world for an eventual attack on the world. Call it whatever you want. They're not showing up and assimilating, are they? They're not showing up and saying, wow, we wanted to come to America. This is great. No, they're showing up and they're going, hey, America sucks. We're going to do it this way.
I mean, you know,
you're not.
In some places, they're even telling you what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yep.
And people aren't listening.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Well, Napsio, you know, I'm hoping that a couple years from now, the world will stop looking at each other as necessarily nations that are apart, and more of a collective idea of where we live and what we represent, and all living for a better future. So,
yeah, and I think that's going on already.
I do too, my friend.
I think we're moving from some evil to good. That's the whole.
I think you're right. I do.
The whole story.
All
I
right,
hope
my
so.
friend. Thank you so much, Napsio.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, God bless. Take care. You know what's cool when he talks? He sounds like Pennsylvania Dutch, like the Amish, because that's their descendants, right?
Yeah.
They're Dutch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when he's talking, that's what that reminds me of when I go up to like Lancaster to do shows and stuff. Who do you want to go to next?
Let's go to Esme 60 here. You are on Above the Rabbit Hole.
Esme 60, how are you?
How y'all doing? How y'all doing today? You man.
Oh, you don't.
Hey, you hear me all right? It sounds like it.
We can see you loud and clear, buddy.
Trust me, I can hear you from another planet. Go ahead.
Well, I'm kind of twisted around here. Let me get my. All right. All right. You know, you kind of nailed it right where we're at.
Yeah.
On the prefaces. You know, I see all these truthers. You know, I'm like second generation. Everybody, we've been watching the truthers for what, 4 years? But they're all kind of saying the same now. Something's happening. Something's on the move. It's like everybody's ready to do something. Everybody's getting shot, you know, by the Epstein files.
Yeah.
And, there was some guy in Britain this weekend. I was watching, I was watching Truthers showing him. He's saying it's time to get the migrants. Saying we ain't going to mess with them no more. We're going to kick them out. And that lady in Italy was saying the same thing. So it looks like Europe is on the precipice. You know, they're about ready to
I got to give it to Europe, man. They're at the point now where they're like, all right, we're ready. Are we fighting? What are we doing? Like, it's.
I mean, you look at some of those those videos from like Scotland and
holy Ireland.
And,
they're not taking any shit
not anymore. They're done.
Man.
They're done.
They are done with it. Yeah. All right, Smeg. Great day, great week.
How are we? Keep on.
Thank you, buddy.
Brother. God bless. Hey, I'm gonna tell you something right now, man. I'm sick of these Europeans not stepping up and doing their goddamn job. And I'm telling you right now, it needs to spread to America. See, here's the thing. The left has been rallying and protesting. I'm wondering if soon, I wish I was a younger man. Why I don't understand why, like, good people, I keep saying good, differently thinking people don't show up to these places and just stand in front of these idiots that are protesting and go, hey, guess what? We think they're doing good. We do. I'm going to protest you piece of crap.
Yeah, I mean, part of the problem, I think, that's the big problem, I think, is we need to start recognizing that we're all on the same team.
But are we?
There is no Republican, there is no Democrat.
Oh, right.
You know, there's no left, there's no right. If you're talking about other countries,
no, you're right.
We're all just one people who basically want our freedom.
Let's go to Chanon down there, down the bottom, right there. I see that. Hi, Chanon. Am I saying it right? Is it Chanon? Is it Chanon? Channon.
Yeah.
That's charming.
Well, thank you. My dad wanted to name me Shannon after a baseball player.
Gotcha.
A St. Louis Cardinal baseball player.
Wow.
My mom said no. So she said, I'm dropping the S and putting a C on there and dropping it in.
God bless her. Well, Shannon, how did you find the show? Are you enjoying it? What's it mean to you?
I was watching Rambo and all them, and that's how I found you guys. But I've been in this movement for since 2017.
Wow.
And it's been a long journey.
Yeah.
And watching you guys wake up is, I mean, it's awesome. And I'm seeing more and more and more people wake up.
You are starting to see it just every day, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's you said you're in St. Louis?
I was, yeah. Now I'm down at Lake of the Ozarks.
Where is Lake of the Ozarks? Where is that?
In Missouri.
You're still in Missouri. Okay, I get confused now.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie to you. That whole part of the country is a little, right in that little area, Kentucky, Missouri, all Tennessee. I don't know what goes into what. I get confused sometimes, but it's a beautiful part of the country.
Yeah.
And
I just wanted to let,
Please go.
No, I just want to let you know, there's another rabbit hole that you should go down is the how to cure yourself from cancer. And that's what I did.
Wow. Tell me about that.
You cured yourself from cancer.
2 months. I had 2 months to live. 2 months.
And what type of cancer, if you don't mind us asking?
I had small cell in my brain and in my lung. The one in my brain was a baseball size. The one in my lung was a softball size.
What'd you cure it with?
Febendazole.
Which is what?
And soursop. And I had there was castor oil wraps.
Yeah. Now let me ask you an honest question.
Uh-huh.
Did your doctors think you were a kook when you told them you were going to do this?
Actually, my first one I had said, he looked at me, he's like, go for it. Cause he had 6 terminal patients, and that's what I was. I was a terminal patient.
Wow.
Because the markers that I had did not have a cure to.
Now, were you still getting traditional treatment at the time you were doing this?
At the time I did, no.
Yeah.
When I started doing my own treatment was after their treatment that really messed with me. But it shrunk a little bit from their treatment, but I got rid of the rest of it. I got rid of the majority of it with my treatment.
That's amazing.
And you heard about this where? Like, what was your source for this?
My source? Me, I just started research.
Good for you. How long have you been in remission now?
Let's see. This started in December of 22, December 14th of 2022. See, I still have a little damage from it, but
so
I'm getting a lot.
Who had this cure? I'm curious.
Who had it?
Where did you find it? Where did you research it?
It was, Joe Tippins. Have you heard of him?
No, ma'am.
No.
He had small cell.
Okay.
And he was only given a few months to live. I think he said 4 or something. I don't know, 6 months or something like that. And he took his dog to the vet, and he was just telling him about his issues. He goes, "Well, have you ever tried dewormer?" So, and that kind of put a little. Yeah, so that's what it did. Because what cancer is sacks of worms. And we stopped deworming ourselves when the Rockefellers came in.
I know that whole
we
story.
Used to do that.
Yeah.
Adults used to do it every 3 months.
Yep.
And kids once a year.
Yeah. I'll tell you something else. I have a friend named Ken Crawford, who's a doctor, and he's gone on to do a lot of sort of I'm going to get him on, Matt, and he has done amazing cancer work.
Yeah.
With, if you want to call it holistic or natural, he swears by oregano oil, castor oil. Yeah. He said these things go in, and basically he said to me, "I don't know if this is true. I'm not a doctor. Please, if you're suffering from cancer, this is not medical advice." But he basically said that cancer they're parasites, and there are things that will naturally kill parasites. And instead of like using an electric nuclear powered device to melt them that cost $150,000, you can buy a $7 bottle of freaking oregano oil.
It's disgusting, man. If all that is true, it's like, there's no money in the cure. I mean, that's what it would all come down to, right?
It's crazy.
Right.
It's awful. But I'm so happy to hear that you found that and it worked for you. That is incredible.
Shannon, thank you so much. It is great to meet you. Thank you for listening, and thank you for sharing.
We appreciate you.
We take calls all the time. Just chime in anytime you want.
All right, I sure will.
Thank you so much.
You.
Right.
Let's go to Don. There we go.
All right, Don, you're on Above the Rabbit Hole.
Don, what's up, brother?
How's it going, guys?
Good. Where are you calling from, man?
Long Island, New York.
What's up, bro? So how far are you out? How far are you out on the island?
I'm on the east end. I'm over, but I'm like the southern fork.
Got it, bro. How are things up there right now?
Oh man, cold, snowy, ice everywhere. I'm like working for utilities, so I'm like responsible for all the trees that aren't supposed to fall on the wires. You know what I mean?
Now, Matt, I'm going to ask him a very important question, which will allow me to evaluate his mental health immediately. Are you a Jets or a Giants fan?
Oh man.
You're a
Jets fan. You knew it.
Of course, I can see it in your eyes, man. I can see it.
I wanna first give unbelievable that last caller.
Yeah,
well, she's a miracle walking. I mean, I'm so grateful that we got to hear her testimony on that. That was amazing.
Yeah, man. What else? What'd you call for, brother? What's on your mind?
So I just wanted to drop a couple of red pills myself. I want to give kudos to Matrix Codebreaker. I did hear the show that you guys had him on. One of the things I feel like he hinted at that I think is a bigger story here is about the different types of Anons. You know, we got Joe Rambo, all these guys I follow, obviously.
Yeah.
A lot of these guys are all about full control.
Mm-hmm.
And they believe that we're almost kind of like watching a movie play out and that things were already done. And we're just kind of seeing the narrative being deployed to the rest of society. There are other groups of Anons, though, that actually believe that it's more of a game theory, more of we're still going through kinetic activity or like we're still in it actively in the present, that it's not all done. And that it's almost like there's moves and counter moves, and they don't really have any moves left because we know how it ends. So therefore, they're going to try and shoot off whatever they can before, of course, their eternal demise. But I just want to bring that up because I notice also that there's almost like sometimes there could be, I would say, division within the Anons because of the different philosophies that they hold, even though we all get the information from the same source and we all understand the basic concepts. But there are a lot of Anons out there that actually believe that there's futuristic technology involved that is connected to ancient Sumeria or the Anunnaki, where they feel like the looking glass technology is involved here. But there's other Anons like Joe Rambo and them that don't necessarily believe in that. They don't think that there's this future technology involvement here, you know?
Here's what I will say, Don, because I'm like you. I see all the different sort of presentations of the end game. And I want to say that I think one of the biggest obstacles that this community has to overcome, and I am such a new member in it, but I've never been one to back down from my thoughts, even if they're brand new.
No, I think we're both willing to listen to. We want it all. We want to hear what everybody has to say and try to figure out the truth.
Agreed. But based on what Don said about them having different ideas of the end, Matt, here's the way I'm seeing it. And Don, this may sound like a cop-out. I think both what you're saying is true. I think both things are true, and I'll attempt to explain why. I do think that the final, the admission of victory is upon them. They know they've won. However, it's like I said before, the evil's not going to clean up their own mess. We're going to have to do that. And I think what we're seeing right now is nothing more than them cleaning up bloodbaths that have taken place all over the world. And until we can get all the massive players really gathered up and all the evidence ready to go, like you said, I do believe that it's over. They would have come out even harder if they had anything left. I mean, all they're trying to do now is win this next election and reverse everything in the House and Senate. And for once in America's life, I am praying like crazy that they understand that this midterm election is the future of the country. And if these people get in, these left lunatics, and reverse everything and shut the government down and polarize it, we're in big. At that point, the military would have to step in and take control of the government publicly. But I think we're going to win. And Don, it's guys like you that are keeping an open mind like us. We'll figure it out together, man. We just got to stick together. And we got to stick together and keep listening to each other's bullshit until we get it right, buddy.
Yeah, man.
Right,
one last. Oh, I'm sorry. You ready? All right. I want to.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Ahead. No,
okay. The one other thing I wanted to bring up, because you also brought up the Great Awakening map, right? And how everything intertwines and interconnects. And I think this is actually bigger than what most people understand when we talk about Great Awakening. It's not only about all the dark stuff that people are just starting to learn, like as far as the Epstein list, etc. But I also think there's going to be kind of the vanquish of the dogma that has been plaguing religion. Okay, like I think about, we think about Epstein and the blackmail list. I think the original blackmail list was the Catholic Church when you went in for confession. Because when you sat in that confession, all of these powerful people back then, even the nobles, everybody, the feudalistic race they had back then, everybody, what were they doing every week? They're going into this place and confessing every bad sin they've ever did. And then these priests know who these people are and go, guess what? We got you. Checkmate. Now you're going to do what we want you to do. So I think this really.
I agree with Don. Don, you and I could go down that hole about people forget at one time, whether people want to admit this or not, the Catholic Church was the most powerful organization in the world. It ran the world. It was the planetary moral police, and they waged war after war on foreign soil.
Owned land everywhere. The most land, the biggest landowner in the world, had the bank full of billions of dollars.
They have a bank.
Sure.
They have a bank that is not allowed to be regulated by any nation in the world. Does that not? They just have a private bank that has billions of dollars, and you're allowed to do business with them, and no one is allowed to know about it. It's that,
and they hold all this ancient secret knowledge in the Vatican halls underneath, so we don't even have access to that. I also think the war that they did on the pagan religion. A lot of people believe the pagans were satanic doing rituals. I personally think that they were spiritual people and that the church tried to taint them because they had other ways to connect with, I would say, the divinity within without having to use a person to access God, so to speak. So what they did was they did their own narrative campaign back then and said, all these people are evil. They're doing dark magic. We got to wipe them all out. It was because they were their competition. And they realized if people could learn that they can access God within and obtain their own spiritual bliss without us, then they lost all their power and control. So they had to spin a narrative to say they were evil. So I would love for all of that to come out in the open eventually, to realize, to give these people back then the grace they deserve, that they weren't actually evil, dark, satanic people who were practicing their own spiritualism back then.
Don. Even, if you go into the Bible, a lot of people will miss that the kingdom of heaven is within.
Yeah.
Yes.
A lot of people miss that.
You know what else people forget? You know what else people forget? Jesus told us earth belongs to Satan. He is the prince of earth. God cast Lucifer from heaven to earth. The devil wanted his own domain. God said, there you go. You can have that. And it's up to us to make it heaven again. In God's name. And that's what the biblical part of this is. Don, I look forward to your podcast with that voice and knowledge. You should have one soon, brother. Talk to you soon.
Thank you, guys.
All right, man. Great to meet you, Don. Let's
go to Texas Lady.
There you go, buddy.
Texas Lady, you are on Above the Rabbit Hole.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, we can. What's happening down there in Texas?
Well, it's a beautiful day here in Texas, but there's been a shit ton going on.
Tell us what's happening.
Well, I got a lot to tell you. Hang on to your horses here. So I'm 70.
I don't even know what a horse is in Baltimore.
Born and raised in Dallas, multi-generational. So needless to say, I was alive when they shot Kennedy.
Yes, ma'am.
And it was on live TV.
Right.
And that whole weekend when Jack Ruby shot Oswald, that was on live TV too.
Yeah.
Can you imagine, dude?
Crazy.
Yeah. And so I grew up Catholic.
Right.
And I'm, you know, I'm reading the paper, and years later, and one of the priests, my mother worked for the rectory, and when I got out of Catholic school, I had to go to the rectory after school. Anyway, one of the priests that used to come to our house for dinner is in the paper as a pedophile. And I'm like, oh, this is interesting. So, you know, so I got, there was no magic bullet. And I knew that at 8 years old. You know, then I learned about the pedophiles in the Catholic Church. And so I kind of quit going to church. I still believe in Jesus Christ. He's my Lord and Savior and all that. But I abandoned the church till I had my child. And then you want your kids to have a foundation, and I'm lazy and working 60 hours a week, single parent. So, you know, I sent him off to Catholic school, and lo and behold, my dad dies and mom doesn't want to live alone. So we move in with my mother, and GWB and his lovely former first lady literally moved in down the street.
Wow.
And I was inside the gate that they built, and the Secret Service and the SWAT were in my driveway round the clock for 9 months. So I got an earful and an eyeful of all kinds of stuff that the general public is not privy to. And they were wonderful neighbors. I thoroughly enjoyed them, and I was awake, but not.
Sure.
I lived in Oklahoma when that bombing took place. My dad had been in the wrecking business when I was little, and I grew up watching buildings being imploded or knocked down with a ball and crane. Yeah. So my dad and I looked at that, and we both instantly went, that's an implosion. All three of those buildings were imploded. There's never been a doubt in my mind. So I've been awake. And the reason I brought all this up is I've been awake and asleep and awake and asleep, because when there's no accountability, you just kind of go, WTF. You know,
that's a good point.
Yeah, you drift back into a coma or a nap.
I mean, we're also used to not seeing anybody in handcuffs. It's like you almost just accept and know all of a sudden that, like, nothing's going to happen to them, though.
Right. And this Benghazi thing, I mean, you know, Clinton, the Lord Lady Clinton herself, that I have nothing nice to say about. But nothing happens to her.
Never does.
So you do, you know, just to stay, you know, just to keep your sanity, you kind of have to just go back to sleep and go back to working your 60-hour week and, you know, blah, 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 blah. So, okay. So I've been watching all of these same people that you've been having on, and I've the first few times you were on, I was like, oh my God, this is hysterical.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's two things, Mickey, that you have done that I roar. Push that button.
Yeah. Well,
you haven't, you know, come on. You know, the days.
We just said 500 likes
so
today.
That
you
and
said 500.
Yeah. And then when you flip out about they're eating babies, I mean, you get me laughing so hard, and then you get me literally crying so hard. And the Catholic Charities, oh my God, I was adopted through the Catholic Charities. I mean, I'm so connected to this every which way. My parents went to Tehran in the 60s and were entertained by the Shah, because the man that was the head of Zapata, that
Texas
opened
lady,
it up
hold on,
was
hold
a
on.
friend of theirs.
Hold on 1 second, huh? I got to ask you a question because based on your story. So you lived in a neighborhood with the bushes behind the gate.
Yeah.
Your father was invited to Tehran by the Shah. What oil company did your father own?
No, my dad didn't. My dad didn't own the company, but a friend of my, a childhood friend of my mother's was head of Zapata, who was owned by the Bushes, and they opened up the oil industry in Iran. So I mean, this has been so connected to me my whole life. I have goosebumps. It's freaky, absolutely freaky. That and then at Baylor, I was doing private duty, and they hired me 2 different times. The royal family, the Saudis royal family, I've worked for them, private duty nursing for them. I mean, it's like crazy.
Well, listen, I could talk to you all day, but we got a bunch of calls.
Well, I know, but here's what I want you to look
Go ahead.
into RH negative. And one last thing really quick. There on Dave's call-in show one time, there's a lady was called Melania dressing like a slut. Look, that little girl at 16 years old went into modeling.
Yeah.
What does she know?
Right.
You know,
Yeah, of course.
and how, you know, that's going to be, I'm dying to hear about that because she knows stuff. She saw stuff. And how dare somebody disrespect our first lady?
God bless
She's
you.
been nothing
Texas
but
lady.
a class act, and I appreciate you and smash that button.
That's my girl.
Thank you. We appreciate your perspective. We can
Yeah.
probably do a whole show on your perspective.
Yeah, we're good. She is the lady from Texas from now on, man.
Thank you, Texas lady.
Yes.
Y'all have a blessed day. I love your show. You are rocking it.
And you too, sweetheart. Thank you so much. You know, Matt, it's cool that we're like from now, that lady will forever be referred to as the junior senator from Texas. Not going to talk to that. Let's go to Joseph. M. Joseph. He's been here a long time.
All right, M. Joseph.
What's up, brother?
How are you,
doing,
man?
I can't compete with those last three callers. Are you kidding me right now?
That's all right. Remind us where you're from again, man.
Long Island, New York.
Long Island. Okay.
Jets or Giants?
Don't even go there. I don't follow football. You're gonna hate it. Follow it.
What's up, buddy?
No, so I mean, like everybody's just kind of like bringing up all these things in my head, but I got to stick to the original reason why I called you guys. So, Mickey, I am very passionate about things. You are so like, I look at you and I'm like, that's me. Mickey, you're emotional, this and that. I need more to be like Matt because I need to just take a beat and just breathe a second. So I envy you, Matt, because you're keeping it cool and keeping it together.
At times, I think he's a little more expressive than I am.
Yeah, but you know, I'm gonna
wait
a minute. Hold on. I'm gonna let some behind. What none of you know is the moment we say goodbye, and then the show's over. Matt looks at me and he goes, "What the fuck is going on?"
Then I start tearing the studio apart, throwing stuff,
Can't take it.
Flipping the tables,
breaking plates, the good china.
That's hysterical. So I just wanted to tell you guys, I've been awake since I guess 2017, 2018, when they did the whole Trump, was making fun. They said Trump was making fun of a disabled reporter when he was doing all the moves and stuff.
Right.
And I really just looked into it and I started, going down the rabbit hole at that point. So I've come to the conclusion, I think, in all of this to kind of remove my emotions from it, because ever since I started doing that, really listening to Rambo and Dave and all those guys, it's helped me so much because mentally this is a lot. And it's a lot not only to take in, because I'm still learning new stuff even after all these years, but if you don't kind of compartmentalize it, it's going to make you insane. So I think what has helped me was basically taking the movie thing and really putting it in perspective. So if you look at it from the aspect of a movie is filmed, months to years in advance, right? And then they do the theatrical release. Yeah. If they were to release certain movies when you don't have the following, when you don't have the audience, when you don't have the popcorn machine, when you don't have it all ready, the movie's going to flop.
Right.
And so if I look at it in terms of this whole thing that we're witnessing being that type of movie, that now, guess what? The popcorn machine's almost ready. You got the theaters are being sold out. The tickets are selling because more and more people are interested in the topic.
I love your analogy.
Right. And we have to look at it like, all right, if this stuff was already filmed or people were already dealt with, like Hillary Clinton was taken away in a black van back in 2016 at the 9/11 memorial. So if we're believing that somebody has replaced her at this point, and it's like a white hat replacement, these people are not out there living their lives. You're not going to see Hillary Clinton still living her life. She's on the set. She's in her trailer. And when they need her to go on CNN and MSNBC, all right, get her on there. So it's either CGI, it's a woman in a mask, whatever it is, they trot them out for that. And it's just
I like
so
your
that
analogy, bro. I do.
No, that's an interesting take, man.
Yeah, it's a really interesting take.
We have to get now for
that's a lot more plausible than what I was thinking.
Right.
Yeah, it's for the normies right now, this movie. And we kind of got, if we know more, because you guys, I don't care if you're new to this and whatever the case may be, you guys, first of all, you have master classes every Monday. You are so blessed to have these guys coming in.
Agreed.
And teaching you everything because you're getting these crash courses. So you guys are light years ahead of most. But this is for, yes, it's partially for all of us, But this movie is for all of them who are still so asleep. The people that are screaming in the streets, the one with the lights all around the irises, you know which ones I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And so we got to kind of like let it play out. You said before about Pam Bondi, you were getting pissed. And I used to do the same exact thing until I realized, what if she is showing that no matter what proof comes out, she, Kash Patel, whoever it is, Mike Johnson, whoever, is not going to do anything about it because they can't. And so it's just setting up this theory, like it says all throughout the Q post, that military is the only way.
I agree with you, but I think the military wants us to be to push this at this point. That's all I'm saying. Hey man, gotta jump. Great call. The chat room loves you, bro. They thought you were brilliant. Thank you so much, bro.
God bless you guys.
All right, thank you. Let's go to Stephen Marie, and then we'll get to
Stephen Marie.
Yeah,
you are on Above the Rabbit Hole.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good, Marie. How? I'm guessing you're Marie and not Steve.
I'm the Marie part of the Stephen Marie.
All right. How are you, Marie?
I'm doing good. I just can't believe all these people that are calling in that have been awake for years and years and years. I've been awake for 7 months. And I've been watching you since you were on Rambo. And I found Dave and Rambo 7 months ago. And everything is just falling into place. And I was just blind. The Texas lady that was on,
yeah,
I was shocked. Half the stuff she said was me. I'm not a Texan, but I got here as fast as I could. I've been here for 40 years.
Wow.
And I was calling originally about your show that I saw yesterday, which was great. Also went back and saw 2 of your shows that were from months ago when it was Mickey Talks.
Yeah.
I thought they were great.
Thank you.
So
we love that show. It's a special place in our heart.
We loved it.
Yeah.
Oh, and the other thing I was going to say was Kennedy was killed on my birthday, and
is that right?
Yeah, and I was in school at the time. I was only 10 or 11, something like that.
Jeez.
So I'm older than Texas lady.
We don't count age around here.
But hey, you're both going to be at Threadfest, right?
Yes. Are you going to be there?
Absolutely. I hope the Texas lady's there too.
All right, me too. Well, Marie, can't wait to meet you. And will Steve be with you?
Yes, he's a normie though.
Well, we'll change that real quick. Don't you worry.
I hope so. Hey, good talking with you.
Great talking with
Marie.
you. God bless.
Yeah.
Thank you, Matt. Every time we talk to the audience, I get rejuvenated because we are inside and we are confused. But when you talk to these people, it brings you it grounds you again.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I was saying. We're really lucky that we have something that these people didn't have when
that's
they
the
were first
access
coming into
to Rambo and Dave. And let's do this.
And the community. I mean, them as a
it's
community.
Incredible. Let's talk to Chew Man, and then our great lady from Germany will end with
Chew Man.
Chew Man, how are you doing, buddy?
Hey, great. How are you guys?
Awesome. How you doing today, buddy?
So I just wanted to put out there that if the bad guys were still in control, neither you guys or Rambo or Matrix or Stormy Joe, none of them would have their channels. They would have been censored and shut up a long time ago. No way they would want any of this stuff out.
Well, I got to be honest with you, Chew Man. I think a lot of this has to do with the fact that Rumble is a Canadian company.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think YouTube trashed a lot of the guys, didn't they? I mean,
yeah,
they
and so did
completely
Facebook.
just took them off the air and banned them. And
yeah, but I'll tell you,
Twitter.
I've been following Facebook again, and I'm seeing a lot of alternative media stuff on it. So I'm wondering if they did not make the turn as well. Anyway, Chew Man, we're running out of time, brother. You are a great patriot and a great listener, and we appreciate you, bro.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you, man. Let's go to Deb real quick, and then I want to end with Cornelia because she's our favorite. Let's go to Deb.
You can't play favorites now. Hey, Deb.
100%.
You're on Above the Rabbit Hole.
Hi, Deb. You're as shocked as we are. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. Where are you calling from, Deb?
I can't hear you. Let me see.
Turn up your
I'm
volume.
having.
Take your time. Luckily, we're live.
Hi, I think I'm having technical difficulties.
Oh,
I'm
that's all
great.
right. We'll take you off and see if we.
No, hold on. I think can you
she
hear
got
me?
it fixed.
I can hear you, but I think it's on delay.
All right, well, that's fine. It's not too bad. Where are you from?
I'm from Alabama.
Okay, and have you lived there your whole life? We're gonna have to come back to her. I'm sorry. Don't hang up. Go ahead, Matt. Let's go to
Cornelia here. Hey, Cornelia.
Nope, you got Deb up again.
Well, there's Cornelia.
Cornelia.
Hey there.
Hello, our dear friends.
How are you?
We just want to say quickly, we agree with our Dutch neighbor that was called in previously.
Yes,
Europe is fed up.
Yeah.
They are fed up. But we need a miracle because most still hate President Trump and they don't know anything about Q or the military. So we need a miracle for people to wake up on that side. Recently, 2 friends visited us and they spoke about the contrails and they showed us there in the air, look at that white stripes. They are killing us. They are poisoning our food and they are fed up about it. But they don't want to hear a word about the military. Right. So we really need a miracle. We agree with this man from Holland. They are fed up.
Well, I'm going to tell you.
And then the second thing.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
And then the second thing I want to say is that Willie and myself, we just enjoy this Q school. Last night was a special treat.
I'll tell you, Cornelia, you are a special treat. Thank you so much. You're amazing. We love you. And hopefully the world will all be together and happy soon. And
fed up is good. That's a
fed
good
up
thing,
is
right?
good. Yep,
Yeah.
no doubt. Thank you, Cornelia.
Yeah, well, that's the first step. They will not be open for anything else before they are fed up. And I believe this is what the white hats, the military are doing. Step by step, get them fed up and then get them to a point to ask questions.
Yes, ma'am. You are a patriot from another land, and we love you, Cornelia. Thank you.
Thanks, Cornelia.
Billy, say hi and cheers to you all. Guten Abend.
Thank
Cheers
you.
to you.
Guten Abend. Good
Guten
night.
Abend.
Thank you. What a great lady. Let's
Love her.
try Deb one more time, just because she's here.
Hey, Deb.
Did you figure it out?
Oh,
now we can't
hear you.
Her mic's off. Her mic's off. We got her mic off.
Let me see. No, I think it's her. She's got to unmute.
Unmute your mic. There's a little box above your picture.
Got it. I'm
you
good.
are. Yeah.
Can you hear us now?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so you're from Alabama.
I'm from Chicago, but I've moved to Alabama.
Okay.
And can I start with my questions so I'm not wasting your time?
Sure.
Okay, so we had the eclipses.
Mm-hmm.
And on one side, there were a bunch of Salems. On the other side, there were a bunch of Ninevehs. And we wonder how this happened. And what I think is that those towns were named a long time ago. So how long has this been going on? In other words, it was set up so we would have Ninevehs and Salems on each side of the eclipse for this time.
All right, Deb, give me 1 sec here. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what you're talking about, and it's my own ignorance.
No, I don't either actually.
Yeah.
And I want to
So,
hear.
Deb,
You're talking about the eclipse.
You're talking about a solar
We had an eclipse.
Okay.
And on one side of the eclipse were a bunch of towns named Salem.
Okay.
On the other side, and it was a cross. It was a cross.
All right.
It's a whole complicated, I guess, conspiracy story.
All right. So let me help you here.
Are you talking about a solar eclipse, lunar eclipse,
a solar eclipse,
a solar eclipse? Okay.
So let me ask you a question. So you believe that the solar eclipse was trying to tell us something, or they are? What is the point of? And I'm only speaking from ignorance. Please know that I'm not trying to.
No, I get it. I guess I didn't realize that this wouldn't be something that you would just know.
Yeah, this one's a new one. I got an idea, Deb, so we don't honestly waste each other's time. How about this? Do you watch every day?
I try.
Do us a favor. Our email is above the rabbit hole. Send us some information on what you're talking about. We'll look it up. And I promise you this, we will get you back on the show so that we can talk with you knowing what you're talking about. Because I don't want to miss an opportunity to either let you explain it or help me to understand it.
Yeah, I have a lot of questions, and I try to put them in chats, and I always get muted.
Well, Deb, that's the most. So I'm being sincere. Send us an email.
I will.
Let us look it up, and I promise you, we'll get back to you, and we will have you on the show. No doubt about it.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, great. Thanks for calling. You know, Matt, today's show, by the way, our longest show ever. You know, it started all. I mean, dude, I needed that mental.
Yeah,
I needed to get it all out.
Are you feeling better,
dude? It's just sometimes you feel like you're doing this show and you're like, I'm not being honest with people. I'm making jokes. I'm trying to make everybody understand things, and then it's like, this shit's getting to me, man.
They understand, I think.
And yeah, they do.
I mean, that's been the message from the people in the chat and callers calling in.
And Matt, I believe, well, you know, when we stated to everyone, we're going to go through this live.
Yeah.
I think those moments are going to happen. You know, we're going to snap like any relationship.
For sure.
You know, you do yourself and do what you can. You know, I love today's show. I really did. You probably hate me right now, but
I don't hate you.
But let's end it with this, Matt. After yesterday, after today, talking to people, do you find yourself happy that you've chosen this journey?
Yeah, of course. I mean,
sincerely, like, are you?
I don't know why you wouldn't want truth in your life,
right?
You know?
Yeah. Even if it hurts, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the most important truth, are the truths that hurt. The truths that make you feel good, or anybody can hear them all day. You know, you're pretty, you're tall, you're, handsome, you're smart. Yeah, we love that.
The real question is, though, where do we go from here? You know, that's really the big question, I think.
Well, since you asked, I'll tell you.
And who's behind the curtain?
Well, I'm going to tell you this. I think I know the answer to both. I think behind the curtain is a couple people that are controlling everything. And I think the way we get to see that person behind the curtain is to just go to next level psychological warfare. You know, like all these kids said they're going to stop going to school until ICE is abolished, right? That's the new thing you hear. So I go, okay, you know what? I'm a fan of the kids. I've always said the youth will move us forward usually. And I'm not going to change that in my life. But here's what I'm going to say. Let's take some of their ideas. So instead of let's not going to school, let's just everybody say, all right, look, here's the deal. We're not going to go out in public and spend $1 anywhere except for basic necessities until we have some answers. We're not going to go to dinner in restaurants. We're not going to go to nightclubs. We're not going to go to the movies. You want to make change? Just affect their wallet. That's all you got to do. And you don't have to do it violently. And I'm not calling for one of them stupid, hey, let's all stay home and, the gas companies will shut down if nobody buys gas.
That part
Friday.
of it's tough, because if we want to play chicken with the elites, they're going to last a lot longer than we're going to last.
I don't think they will, man. I think that's a misnomer.
You think?
Yeah. Who do the elites really have in their pocket? Other elites.
I'm just saying money-wise. The average Joe on the street is not going to go a week without buying anything.
I'm not saying not buying anything. Yeah. Buy food, go to the grocery store, buy clothing if you need it, buy cleaning supplies, buy water, whatever it is you need to, get through life. I'm not asking you to live like a peasant.
Well, what are you saying?
Don't go to the movies for a month. Don't go to a restaurant for a month. Don't go. And, you're going to say, oh, you're hurting small businesses in your neighborhoods. You are.
I was going to say that.
But here's what the bigger problem is. Even those small businesses, when you tell them what you're doing, when they get to come back online very quickly, because it will work, they'll be so happy.
Why not just say, go to the local businesses, support the local mom and pop shops.
Don't go to one. Yeah. Don't go to one chain. Unless they advertise on Above the Rabbit Hole and then eat all 3 meals a day there. No, I'm kidding. Listen, everybody, today was an odd one. so many people. Matt, at one time we were at 1,100 in the room. We are at almost 600 likes again. This show is becoming something that Matt and I never imagined, and it's because of all you. This isn't Matt and our show. It's Matt, me, and you guys. I promise. That's why we talk to everybody all the time. We get your opinions. We ask you what you think. We're all in this together. You're watching Matt and I figure this shit out in real time, and it's confusing. Tomorrow, what are we doing, Matt? Do we know yet?
We'll check the calendar.
Yeah, I know it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, though, tomorrow's show will be fun, and we will have a good time. To all of you out there, thank you. Please check out the description of the show for the website to get your community.
Give us a big fat like.
Or Above the Rabbit Hole merchandise. All this stuff helps us stay on. For those of you that donated or will donate after we go off the air, we cannot thank you enough. It keeps Matt and I doing this at least for the end of the week, right? I think we made enough to get through this week.
Maybe.
Barely.
We'll find out.
We'll do it. We'll come sliding in at the end. Anything you want to end with, bud?
Please give us a like and follow us on Rumble, rather, if you're on X, and vice versa.
There you have it. We love you all, and we will see you tomorrow, noon.
12 noon East.
See you guys.